Being someone who's been working in 9 to 5s for the longest time and is someone that's not really enjoying it as much as I should be to the social norms, I definitely wanted to talk about the pros and cons when it comes from it because I think it's something that is important to consider when it comes to working if you're someone that is currently going through college or university or is in high school and you want to know how life is after you do all that and you go to work. Well, here are some good things from it and here's some bad. I want to start off with the positives because I want to start this video on the right foot. And that's just you have a stable income. Having a stable income is you get promised what you're getting. It's not you're not gonna get unreasonably low amount of money. You know from the day that you start that this is how much you're getting. And if you're not happy with what you're getting, obviously you need to apply at different places. And getting benefits is also a good thing. Now, I live in Canada, and a lot of the things we get is like dental benefits, physical health benefits, and a bunch of stuff like that. And it's free, and a lot of it is good, and it comes with depending on your job. And the benefits I listed, there's a plenty more that where it comes from. You get a kind of like a work-life balance, meaning you have like time after work to do the things you want to do. If you're working a 9 to 5, you get to do stuff after 5 o'clock, and then you don't. Since you're starting at 9, you can somewhat wake up reasonably early and do something. And this is also really good to grow your career. If you're going into something that is, you need connections, you need networking, it's good because you get to build connections, you get to build things to get that promotion later. And also, you're building a social environment. You're getting to know people and you're getting to talk to them, which is, again, it's a sort of networking that will help you in the long run. It's going to seem very short for the pros, and don't get me wrong, it definitely is because everything I just said can be easily said in a negative way. And what I mean by that is, like I said, after you're done work, you kind of have like that balance. You can do stuff. Not really, also, because you're limited to freedom. Because you're restricted to a set of hours that you're supposed to by your job, you don't do the things you really want to do, or depending on the things you want to do, you don't have time to do it. After you're done work, you'll probably want to eat dinner. You'll probably want to go to the gym. And then by the time you do a lot of those things, you're kind of tired because you got up early to go to work. And then you won't get time to, do the hobbies you want to do or a side hustle or anything like that. Also, limited earnings. Yes, you get a reasonably, well, I should say what your income is. And depending on your job, you might get a reasonable salary. But if you're someone who is working a just simple 9 to 5, you might not get the amount of money you think you deserve for what you do. And also, you're limited to that depend until you work a certain amount of years, right? So like when you get promoted, it might take you a good 5 to 10 years before they'll be like, you know what, we're gonna promote you to management. And that could be something that bothers people. Like 5 years is a lot of years for you to waste to just get like $10 up on your salary. You know what I mean? You could do so much stuff. You're also working for someone. You're not working for yourself. And I mean, that's with every job that you do. But a lot of the times when you work a job, you're just basically being a slave, as people say, a work slave. And that's because you're working under someone. And when they're done with you, they're going to let you go because business is business at the end of the day. You can be someone that is really good at football, but because you're worth probably a certain amount of money or probably because they want to save money, they're going to let you go. And that happens in sports. This happens in everything. Business is business. You could be the best player, the best person ever, and because of money, you're just nothing. You're getting thrown out. It's a competitive thing. Because someone has that extra piece of paper on their resume as an education or degree, you are going to lose that chance of getting that job because you don't have a year extra taken in your program, or you didn't go to this college course, you took this instead. And that's the thing, it's a competitive field. Depending on what you want to do, you need to pay to go to school, which is hella expensive. Tuition is one of the most expensive things. And a lot of the times, I saw a video, someone saying that a lot of the times people that go to university or college don't even like going to university or college. They're doing it for the piece of paper. So why are you doing something that you already don't like, right? So think about it. You're going to apply somewhere where it's a competitive field. You need to make sure to have as much field stuff on your resume. And the minute that you do that, someone might take it because they have an extra year, they have an extra employment history. That's the issue. And a biggest deal breaker for me is the term the rat race. Now, if you don't know what the rat race is, it's basically everyone commuting to work. And when I think about that, when I'm in traffic, I think, well, there's nothing really unique about me with all these other people. And it might sound selfish, egotistical, but what I mean is, you want to be someone at the end of the day that does a difference or is unique. You want to be someone that makes their name for themselves. Do you think everyone that's commuting to work on that traffic are making a name for themselves? Absolutely not. You're all doing the same thing. You're all going to work. When people complain about traffic, they don't understand that they're a part of the traffic. You are part of the problem. And it's not a problem that you're in traffic, but you're complaining about something that you're actively involving yourself in, regardless of, if you left work 10 minutes early or you had to leave work late. It doesn't matter. You are part of that rat race, and the more you complain about it, the more you're fitting that complaining. You're just complaining about yourself. You're not complaining about those other people. And that's the thing. Commuting is, if you're someone who lives in Canada and you know a certain bus line that's really shit, then you'll know exactly which bus line I'm talking about, because our city is our city's known to have one of the worst bus lines of all time. And I didn't even think so until I saw a video on it on YouTube. But either way, commuting is so bad because, you have to leave early, hours early, depending on what you're taking and depending on how far you work. And also, you got to pay for gas, you got to pay for a car, but that's why you have a job, to pay those bills, to pay those things. And so that's why I don't think having a 9 to 5 is necessarily horrible. I think it's something that you should have in your life to gain some sort of experience. But if you're someone that knows that you can't do a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life, I would highly recommend you, at the time you're watching this video, to do something about it right now. Because the more you dwell on it and the more that you stress about it, you're going to live a miserable life, and you're not going to live the life that you want because you are working for somebody else, and you're not promised that your life and your salary is going to get better. Anyways, I don't want to ramble too much. I hope this video makes sense, and I hope that you learn a thing or two. Please let me know if I could have said anything. Sorry for my ramble, but it's been fellow, and stay smart.